You're
What up, Deadass Board Society?
Deadass Fotos.
Yo, what up, Deadass Poet Society? It's
Here.
that dude, Levi Tate.
your boy Dom Plus back at it.
Here we go again, baby.
Yes, sir. You guys didn't know this is our 1 year anniversary. We made it 1 year. Bang, bang, bang.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. So this is the beginning of season 2 for you guys. And we want to do something special. We're going to start it off a little different for season 2. We got an unboxing for you guys, something that's near and dear to me. It's an album that, yes, sir. This album has been on fire like for months. And we're stepping into a different genre a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoy this material we're putting up for you. We're going to play a little bit of the music too during the unboxing.
Word.
Any songs from the album you guys like, you hit us up, let us know, what you'd like us to review. But yeah, here we go, man. Got this in the mail a couple of days ago.
And what is it?
So this is that Bad Bunny album that everybody's been rocking. Debi Tirar Fotos. So we're gonna step a little bit into the reggaeton realm.
Okay.
But on this album, man, I gotta say he went all out. This is like a politically charged album. Not only does he go into reggaeton, but he has like bomba music on there. He's got like a lot of authentic Puerto Rican sounds,
Okay.
which I think is fire.
Okay.
Cause he's like the pop cool guy, but now he's going into like a different, vibe.
Okay.
This is more like adult Puerto Rican music, like, and I think it's fire. Like, I've been listening to the album, just got the vinyl a couple of days ago. I said, let me save it for the Deadass Poet Society.
Words.
So we're opening this up today.
All right.
Also, because I'm no dummy, I didn't get just one. I got two.
There you go.
Because we need one for the collection, and we need one to play.
To
Right?
spin.
You gotta spin
Absolutely.
it, you know what I'm saying? Even the artwork, right? It's pretty fire.
Yeah, that is dope.
It's like the empty chairs in the backyard, probably like in some campo somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico.
It's going down.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of messaging right there, you know what I mean?
Powerful.
It's like, it's powerful. It's in nature. Like, who's missing from the chairs, right?
Right.
Like, who are you supposed to take more photos with? Could be family, could be people in your life that have come and gone.
Okay.
So it's pretty fire. Like, even just the messaging behind it, like,
So on that note, do you feel as though the actual title of the track, I mean of the album rather, does it have multiple meanings to it?
Yeah.
In your opinion?
yeah, 100%, man. Like I said, I've been listening to it. I've also been seeing what other people think about it. And it's great because it can be taken multiple ways.
Okay.
But what I get from it mostly is that it comes off like they're talking about relatives and family that you should spend more time with, like grandparents and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, moments you can't get back.
Mm.
So it's dope. It hits like the heartstrings, you know what I'm saying?
So the translation means literally what?
I should have taken more photos.
Okay,
Should have
got
taken
it.
more pictures.
And in this day and age where we've got all these devices in our hands, social media, etc., I want to say I probably am one who shies away from doing that. I try to be in the moment, so to speak, but I can certainly think back to times where I'm like, ooh, could have captured that.
Yeah, facts.
Mm-hmm.
And like the picture is like symbolic of the moment,
Sure.
right? So it's like it's not just the picture; it's appreciating where you were at that time.
Yeah.
And
I kind of
whatever that was.
right, exactly.
You want to rock it a little bit?
All right,
So
yeah,
we can
let's
play
rock
that
it.
song, the title track. Debi Tirar Fotos.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's see if we get anything out of it. But yeah, man, just wanted to show you guys this unboxing. We got a few more unboxings coming this season, all different kind of stuff. Other records. We're gonna have like vinyl figures. We're gonna have clothing, a bunch of different stuff, and of course, we're gonna do reviews like usual and reactions.
Right. Okay then.
Yeah, man, just a little
Here we go.
vibe a little bit. It's not like I haven't heard it before.
So, is it more reggaeton or is it something else? This song.
This song specifically, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a R&B-ish reggaeton song.
Fusion, okay.
Yeah, he does a lot of fusion on this album. I've noticed. Like I've heard from other people, he's done like bomba music on here
Right.
and other like typical like old school Puerto Rican music, like salsa he hits on.
Okay.
So it's dope, man. It's nice to see him like evolve as an artist too, because he's always been fire. And like you see it throughout his albums, he tries new stuff every time.
Okay.
And now I guess he's like on his grown man and stuff. So it's good to see.
Any from the entirety of the production, is there anything that you feel like knocked you off your socks? Was like, wow.
Yeah, man. It's
Just a
just
fusion.
yeah. I mean, really, it's seeing the growth in Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Like I think that's huge because he's come to a point where he's like the biggest pop star in the world. Like he's right up there with Drake, with like the Taylor Swifts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
He's up there. You know what's funny
yeah.
too? I'm listening to a Kanye interview, and I think it was, I don't know who he was giving the interview with, but he said something interesting to me. So he's talking about his whole production process and who he's actually targeting from a music perspective. You know who he mentions?
Who's that?
Drake and Bad Bunny, in terms of like who he's trying to go after, either sonically or to compete with.
Yeah, man.
That's wow.
It's smart because these guys know the vibes that people are rocking with at the moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're talented people too. They write. You know what I mean? They do like a lot. So what I was gonna say, like, this dude is just growing, evolving, man. Like,
So talk to me about that though. For those of you who aren't as familiar with Bad Bunny like I am, what was he when he first came into the game, and what have you been most enamored with, shocked by, impressed with in terms of his growth and development?
yeah. So like, what really got me into him was his last album. Un Verano Sin Ti. It was like a nice summer album. It was a vibe. It was like a lot of like danceable stuff.
That was your first one?
That was my first full Bad Bunny album that I got into.
Okay.
That one, like, that made my collection. Like, I got a CD of that, actually.
Okay.
I couldn't find the vinyl for that one. That sold out by the time I figured that one out. But, like, I have friends that have been into him from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked up stuff and I've seen stuff. I've heard songs here and there.
Okay.
And, dude, he's always been good. You know what I mean? Like, I can't speak to how, you know, how he's evolved, like, in detail.
Yeah.
I just know, like, even from the last album, this is a whole different sound.
Yeah.
I've heard songs from the album before that, it's a whole different sound. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not like a Bad Bunny connoisseur that could be like, hey, like, this song, this is what he did. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah. But it's all good stuff.
But in the fusion, I hear in the background. You hear
that?
Yeah, that's more of a
Traditional.
traditional.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, that's not salsa. That's probably more like on the bomba side or,
Yeah.
you know. And honestly, like, I'm a real dude. Like, I don't know every kind of Puerto Rican old school music. I just know a little bit about what I read. So if I'm wrong, it's cool. You guys can tell me down in the comments. I'm happy to learn about it. Like, I just think it's fire. So,
No
you
doubt.
know what I mean? Oh,
No
this
doubt.
is another good one right here.
We have to cue it up. So I was sitting at a bar one night and I just happened to hear this. And it started off like, why are we in a dive bar listening to salsa? And then it flipped. I was like, whoa, all right then.
Woo, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, fire. No, I'm telling you, it's like a straight listen through the whole album. It's just dope.
So, going back to the comments that Kanye made, do you think this project is going to inspire Kanye to try and do something sonically similar to try and capture some of that same audience, or
I
not?
don't know, man.
That's the express.
He seems kind of lost to me. Like, he's in another world right now. He's talking about he's coming out as gay. He's talking about things he did with his cousin when he was 14. Like, he seems like he's in a mental health crisis. So I don't even know if he's thinking that way anymore. But that does remind me of what I was going to say before that I kind of lost track. Bad Bunny, as we were saying before, he's grown to the point where he's like one of the top three pop major guys in the world.
Okay.
And instead of like riding that wave, he's putting out a grown album where there's like talking about values, talking about gentrification, talking about his country and like what it's going through, and touching on some heavy topics. So now all those people that admire him, all that pop crowd, is hearing some real stuff.
Right.
So he's using the platform
To uplift
people. So I think you can't do much better than that.
Yeah, you know what? Going back to prior conversations where we talked about growth and leaving certain places and whatnot. I wonder if his core audience and or peers that came into the game at the same time as him, how they feel about this growth and development, and whether they embrace it fully or whether they feel like he's a sellout because he's doing something that's mature, that's more responsible.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think that's like the opposite of selling out. You know what I mean? Like if he started like this and then he went, yeah, exactly. If he started like this and then he went more poppy, then you're like, oh, this guy sold his soul for the money. But he did the poppy thing as when he was younger, and as he's growing and he's becoming older and his values change and his life changes, he's actually like bringing that into the fold. So I think he's doing it the right way.
No doubt.
And let's see what the next one brings, right? But he might flip backwards and just go back to being pop. Like we don't know. That's how like dynamic he is. Like he can go whichever way he wants, pretty much.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like Kanye did it, right? Kanye made a Christian album, and then he's talking crazy stuff, and people can flip, but I guess we'll have to wait till till it comes through. See what
Absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah, man.
So on that note, bring us in.
Yeah, man. So this is it, guys. The Debi Tirar Fotos vinyl by Bad Bunny. Any suggestions? We'd be happy to do some reviews on some of the songs from the album. Obviously, we've heard them and we love the album. But yeah, man, comments down below. If you want us to talk about any other reggaeton or Latin or any album, honestly, right? Like we could even do other genres. We're open. Like season 2 is about change, also, right? About growth. So you guys want us to do a R&B song? We'll do R&B. You want us to do a rock song? We'll check it out. So yeah, man. Comments down below. Deadass Poet Society season 2. Your boy Don Plus.
That dude Levi Tate.
We out of here. Bang bang bang.